So yeah, it's your boy Ken Jizzle. Now, a thought has been on my mind for a while. In particular, a random thought. If y'all caught what I did there, then go ahead and tell me inside the comments and tell me what you like about that. But bad puns aside, inside of a recent podcast with my boys on the Tritney experience, which you guys have to check out if you haven't yet. It's on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So what are you waiting for? We discussed the best written main characters in anime. Now, something interesting that was brought up was that the main character who wins too much can be the very thing that makes you shy away from liking them. Now, once I thought about it, I was like, yeah, sure, nobody likes a repetitive story, but what's wrong with somebody taking a few dubs? If I was extremely successful, does that mean I'm a bad person? No. But there's always been an issue in storytelling where fans start wondering, well, why is the villain not winning? Now, for that, I have answers, but they won't exactly be satisfying. But it is the most simple way of explaining it. First, and the most obvious answer is that it's not their story. Sure, they are a key part of the story, but their only role is to challenge the protagonist. But to be honest, we hear that reason all the time. Just look at it in another way. We just happen to be following the one person out of a feud from two sides who wins. Simple as that. But let's be real, you're probably not satisfied with that answer. And really, I'm not satisfied with that either. So let's dive a little deeper, shall we? First, let's figure out why we're always so focused on the person who is winning. My personal belief is that people simply just like positive endings. For example, you take a vacation and you go somewhere warm with no plans other than to lay down in the sun, swim in the ocean, and have lots of drinks garnished with flowers, fruit, and tiny umbrellas. When you arrive, the weather is excellent. The first few days are everything you wanted, but on the third day, there's a sharp, strong breeze that makes it impossible to go swimming. On the last day, it rains, forcing you to be inside all day. Will you say this is a good vacation? According to neuroscientists, you probably won't. You likely remember the last day and remember more of the negative than the positive. Neuroscientist at Cambridge University, Martin Vestergaard, agrees with me. People just like to see positive endings. The endings of an experience can leave the biggest dent in your memory, and if it's not positive, you might not remember that experience as a good time at all. The problem is that happy endings are not typical in the real world. Life just keeps rolling on. One L does not prevent you from getting a W. For example, let's say you lose $5. That doesn't mean that you won't get another $5. But the thing is, fiction is a little bit different. You see, one of the reasons why long comedy sitcom type of shows work better than long dramatic action-y type of shows is that challenges are not exactly needed inside these type of shows. In stories with heavy conflict and drama, there's a constant demand for new challenges to keep the show rolling on. This is why the short and sweet stories seem a whole lot better. So why is there a need for new challenges? Because the other ones have already been overcame. Once again, we like to see the protagonist overcome challenges. For example, let's say you're watching a show and the main character just took a massive L. Are you going to keep watching the show? If the answer is yes, it's because you want to see the main character prevail. You want to see how the main character gets over this. The challenges that the antagonist pose to the protagonist are the main reason why many people see the antagonist as way more interesting than the protagonist might be. When people say a hero is nothing without their villain, they truly mean it. They literally have nothing to do. One argument I hear all the time is that the villain is supposed to lose, and that's something I disagree with. Let's say you're reading a Batman comic, and obviously he's the main character, and he's fighting the Joker. Now, time after time, Batman keeps beating up the Joker. Then randomly, at some point, we switch to the Joker as our main character. He's the main focus now. Does that mean that Batman is gonna start losing to the Joker? No. It's already set in stone that Batman wins, but we're just focused on the Joker as the main character now. The whole point of a protagonist is satisfactory for you. That's why the endings where the protagonist does not have such a happy ending seems way more realistic than the others. Because like I said, we know there's a bigger picture to it, and that people's lives will move on. It doesn't mean that the story was bad, it was just negative, which is fine, because I like when it's shaken up. But the reason why the hero always wins is because you like it. What do you guys think? Hit me inside the comments to let me know. While you at it, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video at any time, and to really show your support, hit that sub button and click that bell so you can get a notification every time I love y'all and peace.